Alright, this is me trying to be on brand. I'm making breakfast. I'm wearing a breakfast apron. Little things. Important little things. Here's how this is all gonna go down. Preheat the oven first thing, 400. And then the second you preheat the oven, it's really important that you temper your eggs so they cook evenly in the sauce. First off, I got my beans. You're gonna make sure to rinse those beans really well because I want to get rid of any canned flavor that there might be in there. So rinse that off in fresh water and then we'll let them soak for like 20 minutes. So while I'm at this sink, I'll wash some spinach so it's ready for later. You can really use any tender greens you have on hand. I'm gonna start off with all of my prep, so all the veggie cutting. First I'm gonna do the garlic. I'm gonna try and slice as thinly as possible. If you can't slice the garlic skinny like this, you can always just do a really nice chop. Nothing says good morning like a whole head of garlic. Hey, garlic is delicious. Now that we have a ridiculous amount of garlic, that is ready. Herbs. Guess what I don't feel like doing at 8 in the morning? Picking herbs. That's why, thank God, I got the most like tender bunch of parsley that is out there. So I'm just gonna do a little roll up like this. Once it's rolled up, slice it up first thing like this. So herbs right here. Just half a bunch of parsley. I save the other half for garnishes. Alright, last herb is gonna be thyme. Thyme is one of those that like if you go overboard, it's all just gonna taste like a Christmas candle. So take it easy. And I'm not gonna chop that one, I'm just gonna like pick it. Thyme is wonderful. Okay, you know what? I'm over this task, so I just decided that that's enough. Up next, whole tomatoes. We're gonna have to like build a sauce off of that, and I like the sauce to be kind of chunky. Alright, we're just gonna smash them. Oh yeah. Leaving some chunky, leaving some not so chunky. The reason why I put them over a strainer like this is that I'm gonna use the liquid in the sauce. The last thing we're gonna do for chopping is my spinach has been washed. This may seem like an excessive amount of spinach, but it's gonna wilt down to like a joke. I'm gonna do this right now too, but I got this baguette. I'm gonna be cutting this baguette into some like crazy bias. Like this, because nothing says a toast to me like this. Burning. Toast, ready. Alright, building the sauce. So we're gonna start off with some olive oil, and that's where it's important to not f around. You wanna really do like one layer of olive oil that coats the whole bottom of your pan, just like that. First thing's gonna be the garlic. I season my garlic with some salt. Alright, once this is all sizzling like that, it's gonna be time to bloom the spices in here. Basically, it's just gonna enhance the flavor instead of just throwing them in at the end. Black pepper and some chili flakes. You do like a pretty good amount of chili flakes. A tomato is a pretty good friend of chili flakes. And then slowly the garlic's gonna start changing color. What we want is like a light golden brown, and then once it's a light golden brown, we're gonna throw in the herbs. Alright, it's starting to happen. We're starting to seeing a little bit of color change, and the texture of the garlic, more like little chips in the making. Ooh yeah. It's gonna be baked eggs topped with garlic chip. That sounds delicious. Alright, now that's a good color. Nice blonde. I'm gonna add the herbs, because as I'm adding the herbs, the garlic is still frying. So parsley and thyme. So that's gonna make a little splash, just be careful, because it's got so much moisture in the herbs. Oh yeah. I'm gonna reserve a little bit of this, just like that, for later. And next up is the tomato brine. It sounds like tedious to cook the garlic and then the herbs and then just the tomato brine instead of doing everything. That's really gonna make the difference. The depth of flavor that you're gonna get from a simple tomato sauce is the way you've cooked each ingredient over where you think it's best to be cooked at. I'm gonna add in the tomatoes and just like half the beans. Half the beans are gonna help thicken up the sauce. So mix it all together like that. Add some salt. It can cook for like up to 20 minutes at a pretty high heat. I'm gonna cover it up so it doesn't splash everywhere, but letting some moisture come out. Alright, so my sauce is about ready. If you see that it sticks to the bottom of the pan a little bit too much, you may be needing to add a splash of water. I added myself probably an ounce of water, and that's how I want it to be, is this really nice stewy consistency. Now I'm adding the rest of my beans. For the cast iron, keep it on probably medium heat, because I would not want to put anything in there unless it's nice and warm. I'm gonna do just finish just at the bottom because I like the idea of sort of layering those flavors. And for the eggs, a little trick that I have, I'm just using a big spoon like this, and it's gonna help me like nestle them in. So I'm putting the spoon down in the sauce. I'm gonna crack the egg in the spoon, and I'm gonna make sure it goes in the sauce like this. See what I mean? And I'm gonna do 4. Season just the eggs with a little bit of salt because they will need it for sure, and a little bit more black pepper. So that is going in the oven at 400. I'm gonna start with 6 minutes and see how we're doing. So 5 minutes in the oven. That's what my eggs are looking like. Still pretty rare. We're gonna go for 4 more minutes and it's gonna take us probably 10 minutes total. So I underbaked mine a little bit because I know that they're gonna carry over cooking in this really hot liquid that they're sitting in, and it's gonna take me probably 2 minutes to garnish them. So first up, pecorino, my salsa, toast. I have a little parsley here. I'm gonna toss it with some salt, pepper, olive oil. Have an egg party. It's the best. And the eggs are cooked perfect. I'm surprising myself. It's so easy and so simple. That crispy garlic too? Back in your kitchen. Like and subscribe. Make it happen.